Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel English Matters with Sunil, Parenting Series video number 6. In the previous videos of this parenting series, we learned many things which are useful for the parents and the kids as well. We learned the different skills, what we need to teach our kids and how those skills need to be taught using the activities. Encourage conversation. So yes, this is a very crucial aspect that you should follow with your kids. You have to encourage your kid in having a conversation with you. So have a conversation. Try to explain things all around you when you especially take your kid outside to a park or for a walk. Explain the things so that kids will show more interest in learning the language there, and use English for that so that they will focus on the language English and grasp everything you teach them. You can ask your kids some questions, let them answer them, and you have to be so patient when they attempt to respond to you in English. Don't forget to praise their efforts every time and correct them with their pronunciation as well. Some kids, they just go with some random pronunciation for a word, and that sounds so cute, so parents also follow the same pronunciation. But that is not a good thing you're doing. Though they say something wrong, you don't repeat just because it was cute to hear, but you have to go with the right pronunciation. That encourages your kid to learn the right pronunciation of the word quickly. Next one is label everyday objects. So you have to tell the names of every object you find at your home. When you do that, kids can match names of the words with the real objects at home. That's how we can encourage them to know and be aware of every object in the house. Later, you can also do the same thing whenever you take your kid outside to a market or to a mall, anywhere it is. Especially when you take your kid to a market, let them know what the vegetables are, what the fruits are. They've been learning from the flashcards. You show the picture in the flashcard, you teach the name of that, and when you take your kid to the market, show them the real vegetable or the real fruit and tell them this is the vegetable you learned. Now, create a language-rich environment. So how do we create a language-rich environment? Kids try to imitate their surroundings, the words or the way you speak, your accent, your style, everything. Not only yours, but your spouses and the people who you are surrounded with. So encourage them by speaking some words at least in a day in English. So that encourages kids to learn those words and imitate or repeat after you. Try to have some other kids of your kid's age or maybe a little older to your kid who speak in English. Have your kid with them. Let them play for some time. Let them enjoy their time and let them speak in English with simple words and phrases. So that also encourages your kid more and more, because that's a real-time experience what your kid is getting to learn and practice the language. And also, these days we have a lot of applications on the phone which help your kids to learn and improve their language. But don't give them any screen time because that affects their eyesight. What you can do is that you can play the songs or you can let your kid listen to the audio but not watch the video. Play music and then keep your phone somewhere else, but your kids should hear that. This encourages them to learn new things through the apps, whatever we have, and they will be up to date with the technology. Be consistent is the next point. Yes, though you have taught many things to your kids and you have incorporated new things, games, everything, and you just leave it after a day or two or after a few days, that is not going to help your kid anyhow, because kids want more time to learn something and then understand it. Only when you have the consistency in your efforts, when you do these things consistently, gradually they're going to improve their skills and that gets registered in your kid's mind. Only when you do it for 1 or 2 days or for a week or two, after a few more days, they are definitely going to forget because they are so sensitive. Use English consistently whenever you're talking to your kid. Next one is very important here for all the kids. It is celebrate progress. We should celebrate the progress whatever your kids show in their routine. When your kid achieves something and when he or she is able to pronounce the word properly, encourage them and acknowledge their efforts, what they're putting there, and say, very good, good job. You have to clap your hands, and then do these kind of things will motivate them to do more and learn things easily. This gives the positive environment for all your kids to speak more and then to learn the language. Next one is be patient and flexible. You have to be so patient and flexible with your kids because all the kids are not the same. Some kids might learn things in just one go, but the other set of kids might learn in 5 goes or 10 goes. Don't worry much about it. Each kid is unique from the others. You cannot compare your kid's development with the other kid's development. That kid might be slow in some things and your kid might be fast in some things. So there's no comparison here at all. Let your kid learn in or her own pace. First of all, you as a parent should get the right pace and the flexibility for your kid. Understand which technique works for your kid. Not every technique works for all the kids. Find out which technique or which way works for your kid or how flexible you need to be for your kid. Understand that, analyze it, and then follow that for your kid, and then you can see wonders. For that, you need to have a lot of patience and adjust your teaching approach to suit your kids' needs. Multilingual awareness. Multilingual awareness means your kid might learn English as a second or a third language because this is not our first language because we are from India. We have our own mother tongue or the first language. Also, we have regional language. You should focus on both your first language and the regional language, whatever you have, along with English. So these 3 languages or any other language you have, try to give importance to all these languages, especially the first language. You should never neglect your first language for your kids because, as I told you before, that is going to be the strong foundation for your kid to create his own world just above that with any other language. Maintain an awareness of your kid's primary language, that is the first language, and ensure that they continue to develop those skills as well. I hope you all understood how to teach your kid English language along with his or her primary language. We got to know the importance of the primary language and the importance of English language, different tips and techniques which might suit your kid to learn English. You have to find out the right and unique way to teach your kid so that he or she will develop his skills along with the language. If you have any doubts or questions, you can comment me below so that I will answer all your questions. To teach all these skills or the language English to your kids, as parents, we need to have a lot of patience. And yes, I know that you are ready to be patient to teach your kids because you don't want your kids to face the same problems as you faced in your childhood or you're still maybe facing them. Do follow all the videos of parenting series so that you don't miss anything and you will teach your kids all the things in a sequential order. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can go to the link given in the description box. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video and do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell icon. You also have to share this with all your family and friends along with all the parents, whoever has kids. That's all for today in this video. You're going to learn many more things in the coming videos, so don't miss any of these and keep watching English Matters with Sunil. Everybody take care of yourselves. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.